Pankhurst, and joining me is Aaron, True Talent Earlers.
How you doing?
Thank you very much again, buddy. How you doing? You
I
having a
am
good Thursday?
fantastic. Yeah, I'm great.
Yeah.
Great match we just saw.
Yeah, it was huge, wasn't it?
Yeah, that
Really,
was a good
really nice.
game.
And we got another really big one right up now.
Yeah,
We'll dive in and remind you exactly what that first game was, what this game is going to be, and of course where you can see the other matches tonight, because we are doing 2 here on this stream and 2 on our second stream, twitch.tv/VerdiPones. Right now, WTF Gross Caliber is playing as Dat Flamers. They won the first map, WTF did, 5 rounds to 3. That was Oregon. They are currently playing Hereford Base as their second map. When that finishes, Era Esport Black versus Sisu will be playing on Canal and Cafe Dostoyevsky. Meanwhile, here, our second game, Penta Esports versus Epsilon Esports, is about to take place on Bank and House.
Yes, it's going to be a big one.
You said you've never done a house game before.
I haven't casted a house game.
No, so what do you think? You excited for it? You
Yeah,
saw
I'm
just one
interested.
there.
I'm interested to see, you know, how they do things. I've seen a bit of it, as you saw.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And these are really, really strong teams as well, Epsilon and Penta.
Yes, so we're talking about break. Epsilon, very, very close, and it is possible for them to still make that top 2 and make the LAN finals. Penta are a little bit closer right now.
Doing very well,
They don't
yes.
have to get so many wins under their belt, but yes, with 3 more games to play for each of these squads, Epsilon, winning them all, could grab themselves one of those top 2 positions. But
Yep.
Penta right now are up there, very, very close and holding on tight, trying to keep that secure. But
Yeah,
it is all still very, very tight to play for in the top of these PC standings. And of course, when this game is finished, when the off-stream games are finished, we will give you a complete updated standings on where everyone ends today, providing everything is done and dusted at the right moment. And then we will, yeah, of course, be a little bit closer to finding out who the hell is going. Sorry,
Yes.
the players are just asking stupid questions in the lobby that threw me for a second.
Sidetracking, yeah.
As to,
What are they on about?
yeah, scaring the hell out of me. But we do have every player in the lobby, so let's remind you exactly who it is we're about to see playing for these 2 teams. Penta first are our blue team. They will be attacking here on Bank to begin with, and that is Sai, Tornado Toby, Rendier, Crip, and Pengu. And it's actually not Tornado Toby playing today. They have Ovi
yes.
in their lineup instead.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so switching it up a little bit. These teams still trying out their different rosters, making sure options are there and seeing what's the best fit for them. And of course, some people have commitments and things they can't get out of, but that's the beauty of having multiple man rosters.
Exactly.
But Epsilon, their opponents, who exactly do they have
Who
today?
do Epsilon have? Let's have a look at them. They have Hansen, Legends, RCK, Safiz, and Jack.
Yeah, and they are running exactly those 5 today, so
Yeah.
everyone here and good to go.
That one's right.
Players are bantering away in the lobby, but we're going to put a stop to that pretty damn fast as they are all here good to go. And as we mentioned, Penta on attack, Epsilon on defense. It's going to be Bank, and we are underway.
Let's do it.
We've seen today, everyone's expecting basement first in a lot of situations,
Yeah.
but that is starting to change a hell of a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Bank is another one where the basement and the lockers are commonly played.
Yep.
You think they're going to change it up here?
I'd say no, because we usually do see, and there is the lockers as, yeah.
You're not meant to cheat and look at it.
No,
You better make a prediction.
Yeah, I was trying to, but then it just came up that quickly.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yes, lockers and CTV room is ended up being chosen and is being put down there by both of these squads.
Tried and true.
Tried and true, yeah. Can't go wrong with it. When you're looking for that first round on the board, get that momentum swing in, get yourself some secure, easy rounds on the board. Start with what you know.
We have said, though, when you are doing a tried and true, people are used to attacking it as well. So
Yes.
you do have that disadvantage.
So we'll see whether or not that is the case as Ovi's drone here makes its way into the vents.
It's probably going to stay here for the
Settles
intel.
itself
Yeah,
down.
it's a nice place, that.
Yeah. And of course, don't want to lose them all very quickly. They already know where the bomb sites are, and now just save it for when your team is making that push forward,
exactly.
making that attack inside.
Kind of sneak it in. GK.
The amount of times we've seen teams pushing that server area and getting decimated by either a frost or something that they just haven't spotted or paid attention to
Yep.
is a tad too high, so having that drone close by will help them keep an eye on exactly what's going on in this location. And
This-
there is
yeah.
that frost in this.
As you said, like, this is a very, very known location for the Frost.
Yeah.
We've seen some massive plays around this area. They don't have to be on the stairs. They can be around the locker area, but it is a very, very nice place for Frost.
So here comes the attacking team. As they've suspected and locked in all their positions, RCK has been spotted here on the top floor. This is going to be a very quick find for Penta if they grab this roamer out nice and quick. It's right around the corner, they can see his butt. Waits for the point, and just begins to turn. Sight shuts him down. Really, really nice find then for Penta right off the bat. In the first 45 seconds, they've taken out one roamer.
Very, very
Are there
quick.
any more? No. Do they know there's any more? We're at to find out, but they're certainly feeling far safer on these upper floors now.
Exactly. Roamers really, really scare you push. They're the spanner in the works, aren't they? So doing that, big.
Yeah, really, really big play. And on a map this big, you either have everyone in the basement, or you just have the one roamer.
Yeah.
And they have gone with the one. He is now down, so I'm pretty sure Penta are very confident about their position, and it seems to be so the way they're playing right now. There's still a couple on drones, but they're still very much freely moving around these upper floors, starting to put pressure down onto the basement very, very early on.
It's exactly what happens when you get rid of the roamer, that freedom.
Yeah. We have, in a couple of situations, I've seen teams take out one roamer and then still play very, very scared, even though there's no one there. Penta are on point with it. They're taking him out, and now they know to be safe. They know it to be freedom to move, and are not worrying about how to get around. So yeah, as you say, using it to their advantage. Grip comes down the stairs, does spraying straight into Legend's feet, wins that trade heavily. And Legend's now very, very cautious about checking the corner. A grenade will come in, not quite go off in time, but again allows Grip to get around the corner, takes him down, but there's immediately a bandit there to back him up. Hansen goes for the shot, but misses completely. Comes back in to pick Legends up, as he does get out with his life, despite missing all those shots, but they are immediately pushing it onto him. Really nice aggressive play from Grip, gives a double kill for Penta, and with a push from the other end in the server room as well, they cleaned out Epsilon for round number 1.
Explosive.
Oh yeah.
That was a nice push though. He knew that he downed him, or at least thought that he downed him, went for the push, got the guy when he was reviving him.
Yep.
Got 2 in 1.
Really nicely done. And the push from the other direction, thanks to that drone that was left behind before. They tracked where Frost was, they tracked where Smoke was, and they cornered them as well.
Yep.
Really nice execute them from Penta, showing why they are currently right out there at the top of the ladder.
Exactly.
So, Epsilon in your attack. Hansen said it beforehand.
He did, yeah.
He loves to play Glaz. It is a favourite of his. Now, it's not so uncommon here on this map when they're forced to take the upper bomb sites.
I think he does just play Glass like every time, doesn't he?
Not quite every time, but definitely a lot, yeah. Like, it's more often than I think we've seen him play any other operator. And yeah, when he's on the upper bomb sites, it's a little bit less surprising because sniping straight across from the car parks to the roofs is very easy
nice,
to do.
yeah.
We've yet to see it be used too well downstairs, though. Now, if he does it like he's done before, he'll come through the garage and he'll try and snipe the cross as they pressure onto the A bomb, and anyone tries to go and deal with that. But it hasn't really worked in the past.
It seems like the best idea to go the garage, but yeah, as you said, it hasn't worked too much to his advantage. Maybe it will here. We never know. Or it could possibly pick a different route.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him use the garage previously. We've also seen him try and come in through the server rooms and the tunnels and then peek across the actual CCTV room with it. But again, it did not work for him. So,
I mean, logically, you'd think that the garage would be the best place because it's long range.
Yeah. And it does seem to be the route he's beginning to take now.
Yeah. Checking
all these little spawn peak spots that may come his way, and then we'll of course take out that camera as he heads on down. Now for the defenders, is there anyone here waiting for him? No. So he should get in here pretty rapidly when he wants to, but it's all about when he wants to. Penta putting a lot of defense on A as the tunnel is being pressured here by Jack and RCK. And as for upstairs, well, they have Crip just hiding here in the alley spawn, and that's going to get him potentially down and behind these two if they get control of this server. So they need to be very careful. But Safiz and Legend getting very, very quickly up in through this garage with Hansen here as support will open up a nice big hole, and that's going to cut off Sai from supporting anyone here inside A. So these three are going to have to be very, very careful about that play, and Sai, of course, going to have to be cautious about what and how he rotates to help them out, as these guys have started to back off in the tunnel.
It's also kind of looking at the wall, looking towards bombs, so they can't hide behind there either. So it's kind of like scaring them at that side.
Yeah. Sai was starting to edge forward, but then gets spotted out by that drone. Hey Ash, how you doing?
Just wanted to say hi.
Yeah, so a lot of focus still being put onto this back tunnel, but no one really there. No one up this end too, and Crip is still holding his spot, looking for that flank around. RCK now looking to come down the stairs. Safiz is on the same floor. So ultimately Epsilon deciding that this is going to be their push location. Some from the garage, some from the stairwell, but ultimately this is where they're coming in. It's all going to fall in onto Sai to make that call and to get his team to come around and support him when he sees it and discovers the attack.
Very nice defensive position here. He will stop a lot of it, but if they take him out, then they can stop pushing.
Yeah, so Sai's been spotted by the drone. Sees him get inside the room, and now got Doc switching up to push this direction, and Pengu. So I think Penta have figured out that it's going to come from this direction. Are starting to switch resources to looking in here. Pengu hiding behind that shield will hide himself from the glass for a little bit longer, but once this trapdoor is blown open, he has to move, and again they're pinned to the right.
Yeah, they pushed them all into the air bomb.
So if they can kill off Sai, they should have a nice easy day getting into plant and covering the hold, but they've got to get in there first.
Yeah, and he's got a smoke. This could delay a lot.
Yeah, smokes out the stairs. They've got the elevator. There's 2 trapdoors very close to his head right now. Let's see if we can show them. One there and one in the elevator. The elevator hasn't even been reinforced.
He is delaying this push.
That they could be using, but right now they are not. Smoking them out, holding them for a while. Legend gets taken out by Pengu then from the other side. And that allows Ovi to feel a bit more confident. This trapdoor is opened up and Ash is losing her feet to it. Rendier gets a very fast rotate through the vault as well, and now Penta is starting to be ready. SCK comes in, takes down Ovi, but Pengu will take down 2. Safiz and RCK taken out. From behind now, Twitch is coming in. Crip will get that kill. Jack going down. Jack is the last man with 5 seconds left.
And
he will not fight off Sai. It looked really good to begin with there from Epsilon. It really did. But then they couldn't find these extra picks that they needed to actually make a move on it. And suddenly Penta were like, oh, okay, you're coming from this direction. Thanks for the information. Now we'll rotate and lock you down.
And the smoke delay made them have to rush in because of the time. So that made them possibly make the mistakes when they did rush that room, because there were 2 of them bang straight down.
So they'd already used their thermites, one in the garage wall, one on the trapdoor above, basically where that garage wall was.
Yeah.
Which I don't like using both in such a small space, because they were both effectively then watching the same door, the same cross location, the same rotate, and didn't really get anything from it. Anyway, I'd like to see that second thermite used in the lobby behind the reception desk.
So you could almost get a pincer.
Yeah, then you could have had someone drop down from there in the vault, you'd have shot Sai in the back, and you'd have come in from the garage. You'd have had people still been shot as they tried to rotate to B, and you could have got into the B bomb site from dropping down from reception, and actually forced them to come to you. As it was, Penta had no pressure on them. They had all the time in the world to pick up the picks they did and lock down the approach.
They were relying on that one kind of place to push, and that did stop them because of the smoke.
Yeah.
And then once the smoke happened, a few of them tried to push down from the trapdoor from the top, and yeah, it just became a bit too rushed. But it weren't really their fault, it was the time. Didn't have much time left.
That, and as I say, the elevator trapdoor wasn't even reinforced, so they didn't even need a thermite to blow that one. That would have been a second spot. They could both drop down one either hole and really sort of.
That could have actually got smoke.
Exactly. That and the one bit above the vault could have got smoked. But here we see second defense round then from Epsilon, switching it up and away from the basement already into the kitchen and open office area.
Interesting.
So spreading it up, choosing things a little bit differently. Now the problem with this bomb site is it's very exposed to this floor. Like, this floor is all very, very demolishable. Sorry.
Yeah.
This floor is all very, very demolishable. As you can see, Jack is right underneath it now. He's pretty close too.
That's the reason people go to the top, because of, you know, they can shoot down from there and they can fuse down from there, and it causes that other kind of entryway, this other kind of place you can get shot from.
I was about to switch to RCK's camera, and Crip says, nope, there is no RCK camera. Shuts him down right across the lobby using this SMG-11, which was nerfed, I promise. And, well, that ends.
That must have been him trying to peek or something, right? Or did they get in that quick? Okay.
Yeah, he got into the lobby very quickly. He was trying to peek them into the lobby, and they shut him down very, very fast. So now the grenade's coming from behind. Crip pushing forward onto the reinforced wall from the main reception area. Rendier as well coming into support. Take out that camera.
There we go.
And Epsilon is starting to be pincered on from all sides. Interesting though that no one from Penta is actually going upstairs yet. They've still got a lot of time and a lot of players left to really start using this floor. They don't need to. It's still a very open bomb site and they can still do a lot of damage to it from the same floor.
Yeah, there's a lot of entries to it.
Yes, the way people have been playing recently and using the top downs and bottom ups kind of way to play. Surprised me that Penta are not using it more right now.
I could imagine him maybe eventually pushing there.
Yeah,
like,
Ovi currently is going in upstairs.
Yeah.
He is the man upstairs. He's got that thermite for this trapdoor.
Yeah.
But I mean, normal breaches just on the floor around here can also do a lot of work.
Maybe they were taking a while just to look for Romans, just with the drones, before they even went in.
I would agree, except Crypt was like here. Crypt was already very far in. So if the Romans were there, he was going to get shot at the back anyway. But we'll see the push comes in. Penta getting very aggressive as Hansen goes down. Inside and on one side of the wall, Crypt finds Safiz, very, very aggressively goes forward and gets Castle. And Epsilon just getting decimated.
Wow.
Here. I really thought this was going to be a far more even game. But,
Still time.
Still time, yes. But not the way Penta are playing right now.
Yeah.
They're playing very, very fast pace. Perfect timing on their pushes from multiple different angles here. They push in from one side and Jack does get a kill on him. But as soon as Jack tries to spin around and reposition, there was Crip waiting for him.
They're just playing very, very confident. And that's really scary when a team's this confident.
Yeah. And their drone play is very, very efficient. Like they are checking the other floors for roamers.
Yep.
But they're not sending like 4 drones on the top floor and everyone checking every room like 3 times and then going down. They're trusting one person to check each floor, and then they're using 3 drones for the actual objective floor, or 2 drones for the objective floor, and 1 person actually running around this stage, Crip, picking up a couple of kills, people they do spot out.
And the early pick as well. They took down one of the team like really, really early on. That's always
exactly.
going to help.
And Crip did that. So yeah, they are then very, very confident in the locations of people. They are very, very quick with their movement inside because it's all cleared out, and they know Crip is in there and holding a lot of different angles. And then, all right, we surround this site. You ready? You ready? Yep, we're all ready. Okay, go. Back. Everyone's just in and dead. It's very, very efficient for them. And Epsilon right now just cannot seem to keep up.
So they are going to be defending the top, which is the more commonplace. But as we said, Hansen does have that glass.
Yeah. So we've seen it work a couple of times, but people were just a little bit late to reinforce some of the outer windows, and he gets straight up here to where he loves to go.
Very expected.
He gets the shot across into the lobby. But not the case this time around. We know, I mean, if we can figure out that he loves to play glass, Penta are definitely going to know about it.
Oh yeah, a very common place for a glass.
But now we'll see where the roamers are. Rendier and Crip back in this area. Everyone for Epsilon spawning out front. Sai, Ovi and Pengu up inside and around the actual objectives. So Epsilon heading to the roof to begin with. Covering this from many different angles, and Legends actually coming in what will be above Crip and Rendier eventually. But just swarming it and gathering control over this end.
They don't all want to push one place though.
They want to send 3 that way, and they've got a shield to, in theory, get them the information and then hide behind it. We'll see whether or not it works, as of course Hansen is still over on this edge, looking to try and find an opening and someone that's just steps out of place. But
I think he's also...
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think he's also trying to scare them though, as well. Like if you hear the shots fly past, it's like, well, I can't go there. I need to keep low, so it does slow you down. And as you saw when you went to that bird's eye, they were laying down.
Yeah, just by being there, he creates a little bit of paranoia and locks down the movement for Penta. And as a result, it's working nicely. But
nice smoke.
Legends does find Rendier as he tries to come out from below and force that damage down as the roamer, but they force the shield back with a nice smoke. Sai holding inside this little room very tightly. Will be droned out, but immediately just kills it and repositions again. But the shield is coming this way, and he knows it. Keep smoking them outside, keep locking them in this corridor a little way, and he still has that... Oh no, did you see?
I like the little hole they've made, so you can just like get out whenever there's any trouble, but he's still causing that delay of the push.
Crip just peeks out from behind, kills Legends, and Pengu will grab himself a kill, but he gets shot down in the back from Ash. Now we see Ovi still upside in the objective, has a kill hold back to one side, and Sai is still in this room, but he'll come out onto behind the Blitz. Gets downed, but does make him stumble. It's not going to be enough. 2v2. Ovi is here. Crip is here. Crip is coming around behind Hansen.
Watch out.
Hansen's got to be a little bit faster, but Jack's gone inside the objective. Ovi's trying to hold them in spot. Hansen's holding tight. Ovi is comfortable that he's alive for a while and is just keeping them delayed. Crip is being very, very slow with this push in the back and gives Hansen a chance to get inside the objective. Did he hear the plant go down?
There is.
He has heard the plant go down. He's started to move. He sees Ovi getting the kill on Jack now. Knows Hansen is solo.
Attackers are activating the
Ovi now
bomb
prone inside. They know he's inside the backside. He will find Crip and not get the kill.
Attackers need to protect
And without that first shot doing the damage it needed, it pins him in the corner and he cannot fire back. Crip locks him down and finishes him off very, very easily.
Disable the bomb diffuser.
A better round there from Epsilon, getting the plant down 100%, but couldn't just hold for it. I feel the 2 there at the end, Hansen and Jack, just split up too much. Like the shield is great, and the shield is there for information, but he pushed so far in to try and find Ovi that Ovi managed to kill him to begin with, when all he had to do was sit in there with Hansen as the plant goes down, then they're in a 2v1, you've got the shield to hide and cover these angles as they're coming in, and then Hansen with that giant ballistic rifle to knock them down as they push.
That's probably why Crip was going so slowly behind, because he probably did think they were both next to each other, because it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yep.
If you are going with a plant, go with your teammate. When you get the plant down, he can watch your back. So it makes sense that he was going that slow. As soon as he saw the other guy go down, then he knew he could push.
Yep.
He saw it, killed him, done.
Yep, exactly. Knew he's in a 1v1, so much more aggressive in that situation. But it does put Penta onto a match point now as they're onto their final attacking round. They will be attacking down into the basement again. Here is the Epsilon defense then. So reinforces start to go up in very, very familiar and similar positions.
Also, something to note, this was picked by Epsilon. This map.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a rough one.
It is, yeah. But we have seen it. We have seen when teams do pick their map, they do bad on it, and then they go to the enemy's map and win. So, you never know.
10 seconds left.
Penta definitely practice on this map. Whether it's practice enough to want to pick it themselves or not is another matter, but they are a very, very strong team all the same.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Here come the attacking squad then. Epsilon still very much spread out, but we're looking to reposition soon. RCK still doing a couple of reinforcements, but everyone else is in and around these stairs. Hansen holding the garage, everyone else down a little way, and now RCK will be looking to come and join. Pengu is droning in front of him, will just about survive it, but RCK now finishes it off. Kill holes being made up, and they're still all on Penta drones. Apart from Crip, who just like before, even with the diffuser, is pushing in through the main lobby. A little bit more cautiously this time though, as he's edging it out with his drone first. But RCK is ultimately sitting at the top of this stairwell watching that alley spawn, rather than dropping right downstairs yet. Give himself a bit of a fallback position. Now gets a little bit more cautious and falls away.
Interesting that they're using a Jaeger here instead of someone with a shotgun. We usually see shotgun play on this place just because it's very, very narrow, so you always get that advantage. So it's interesting that he's actually using quite a long-range gun.
Yeah, true. And more important is that this is reinforced behind him here. Makes it
Yeah,
very tough for him to fall away. Yeah, if he doesn't immediately get the kill or the down, he's in a pretty tough spot to fall back.
Oh, wow.
And why would you even peek around that corner? You know you've been droned down. You know they're going to be having cautious and aware of your location. No reason at all to stick your head around that corner. Let them come into you.
I'm pretty sure he was too impatient. With a shotgun, you can just stay there. You don't need to do that peek. So
even with his gun, he doesn't.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like, that whole setup was just a bad way. Crip takes out Legends then, coming down these stairs exactly like he did earlier on through that tiny little hole with the SMG-11. Now, Ovi with Thatcher pushing in the backside, pushing in the CCTV room. They'll drone it as well, and it's going to put them onto A. So Feez has been spotted, and Jack has been spotted, but the smoke's going to go out. We'll hold them out for a little bit longer.
So we've got a lot of time to play with, though.
A lot of time, yeah. And 5 players alive, which is another key thing. So Crip is coming down the stairs, and he's grenaded in through the main stairwell. Takes out Hansen, now pushes straight in, manages to get behind the cab can as well.
It's all up to Smoke.
Yeah, Smoke's got to find 5. Crip has done so much work so far this round. Comes around the corner, spots him, can't land the shots completely. Neither can Jack.
Is Crip going to do this?
Crip's currently not landed a single shot on Jack here, actually.
C4
against the wall.
Oh,
no, he gets away with it, turns and sprints away, but the reload hadn't gone through, so he comes back in.
Crip's got like a guardian angel.
Yeah. Crip is 13-0 for this entire map.
Oh my god, what's going on? Even through the C4, it's like, okay, at least he's going to get that 1 kill. Maybe not win the round, but
he heard the rip, sprints away, hides, and then because the reload hadn't gone through on his SMG-11, he has to sprint forward with his other gun and is also not ready for it.
Wow,
so,
okay.
Incredible round. So we're going to very quickly to the next map. It's going straight over onto House, as Epsilon will start an attack. So they need to switch teams and then get on in.
Oh, little peek of Ash there.
At the top of the camera, making her way down and in. But ultimately, a very comfortable round there.
Random replay
from Penta.
Yeah, I mean, as we saw, Crypt, that was crazy.
Yeah, but again, it's information that have just been fed to him by everyone else's drones. They're positioning. They just, all right, I know he's here, I know he's there, and like coming down that stairwell, he knows Legends is going to be at the bottom of it. went for him. He knows each of these people are going to be here. Jack's just killed the man, so he knows where to go to. Admittedly, Jaeger, they caught him by surprise.
Yeah.
But Jaeger wasn't watching the right direction either, so he was able to take him down quick and easy.
Thinking about it as well, whenever Crypt went into a fight, it was usually he won like not just one but two every time he went into one. So we're taking down 2 people from the team every time. That's kind of a big dint.
The cover as it is from Epsilon wasn't there. He came down the stairs, looks for Legends in the room, takes him out instantly. Nothing they're going to do about it. And admittedly, that's not a tradable position really. He's on the stairs, it's there. But again, they were either peeking for it, or he was just ready for it and just pre-fired it, got him to take down. Then he goes for the next one. Hansen's repositioned to the corner, grenades it in, kills Hansen. And because Kapkan is there stuck between 2 positions now, because they're being pressured on every side, he's sitting there swiveling back and forth, and gets shot in the back by Crip again. So a little bit lucky there, perhaps, that Crip got him when he was looking the wrong way. Maybe if he was looking the right way, he'd have killed Crip, and then someone else would have got him from the back anyway. So
I think to have a score like that, you need to have a tiny bit of luck. Just a tiny bit.
Yeah, 100%. But all the way, still 13.
Still a lot of skill. Tiny bit of luck, a lot of skill.
Little skill, little SMG 11. But yes, 13-0 is a fantastic score, no matter what.
Yeah,
players think they're ready.
Versus Epsilon.
Side swap.
Not bad at all.
Boys.
Have they not swapped?
No.
Okay.
As Flamers have won their second map against Warrior Team France, 5 rounds to 2. So Hereford base goes to that Flamers, and Oregon went to Warrior Team France. So they get a point each. Warrior Team France were a team that were considered for a while to be one of the top contenders, and for a little while. Flamers were the team that came in from the Italian qualifiers, had said themselves they stood no chance, they just expected to get whitewashed and run over. But having won their first ever map in the Pro League, 5-0 on Chalet, they had hope. They've gone home, they've trained hard, and it seems to be paying off for them. Yes, they're not going to be at the finals, they're not going to be winning everything, but they're certainly training up, and it's better than I think a lot of people expected the Italian teams to do.
Probably a team to maybe keep an eye on.
Yep, 100%. If they keep this improving, they keep going forward, it could be really good for the whole tournament. But of course, over there on that second stream, they will now be playing Era and Sisu as their second map. Or second match, sorry. That will be playing Canal and Cafe Dostoyevsky. We, though, are now ready, as the teams have swapped sides, to go into House.
Yeah.
It is Penta's pick. It is Epsilon starting as attack. And we just saw one game on here go very, very tight and very, very close at the end. But I can't help but feel Penta playing the way they just did with that amount of information is going to ruin Epsilon here if they are not ready for it. Because of how destructible and mobile you can be on this map.
How small this map is.
Exactly,
it's going to be very chaotic at times. I can already picture it's going to be it could be a fun one. Because of the
mobility you can have, because of how small it is and easy it is to rotate around. Soon as Penta know where someone is, any of them is already going to be ready to pick a different corner and shoot him in the back, or shoot him through the wall here, or set him up in this corner. And Epsilon have to be on their toes all the time.
Also, from the momentum of that game, like especially Crypt, it's just going to be running at them, man. When he gets the call, when he gets that intel, is going to there's at least going to be one kind of crazy run at them kind of play I can see from Crypt. I can just feel it.
Especially, I mean, I'd like to think as pros, they'll look at this second map and all right, forget the first one, start fresh, go calmly. But yes, as soon as it starts to go, if it starts to go the same way, then yes, they will do exactly this. 100%.
Well, it's the momentum, it's the adrenaline, you know, we just got to go, you know, it's that kind of, you just pushing onto this new map with all that adrenaline.
Yeah, so Hansen though, once again, on to Glaz, just like we said, he does do a lot. But again, they're on the top bomb site, so it doesn't work out so badly for him. And as we mentioned, this is House. It's a very small map, it's a very destructive map. It's a map where Glaz can do a lot of work from out here on this gazebo, especially on these bomb sites. So we'll see if he has more luck with it here than he did on Bank.
It's a lot nicer if they do have the bomb sites, don't they? Okay, yeah, fair enough then.
So, Penta leaving 2 people downstairs, but that doesn't mean a whole lot on this map considering you can get upstairs very, very quickly. Crip and Ovi here covering each other's back. Pengu kind of alone here in construction, but has a very nice angle here onto the window.
And he's probably opened the window so you can hear the sound a lot more, and also obviously see the person grappling.
Just see the person trying to peek through that corner. While Rendier and Sai covering each other downstairs. We had to back it up. So, it's on Epsilon. We mentioned how on the last time we saw this map, it's very key to grab those opening picks from outside. If you try and get inside while all 5 people are alive, you're going to get slaughtered. But you need to try and get these picks early on. Ovi is there hiding pretty damn close to the other side of that kill hole. I mean, it's the outside of the room, but when it's a Glaz looking through it,
Glass could. Never mind.
it's not too tough. But keeping themselves hidden, keeping their locations unknown. RCK is starting to pressure onto the construction window, but does manage to survive the little spot that Pengu is waiting at
Attackers have located a
for
bomb.
now. Grenades come in and Pengu will reposition.
Definitely trying to find a spot where they can just push in.
Jack's droning downstairs and will find Rendier. Now he knows he's in the corner, goes for the spray and does
Nice.
drop him down. Really nice. This is what we need from Epsilon. You grab the positions and then you rotate, take him out. Pengu now spotted inside here as well by Legends drone, so that should be fed across to Ash, and she's going to know, but she immediately repels down. Starts to spray in the corner, but there's such a small angle
Yeah.
that Pengu says thank you very much, and that was handed to him on a silver platter.
And now it's drawn again. 4-4.
Yeah, with a minute left on the clock as well. Epsilon need to grab some more or start making a movement. Grip with his pistol looking across that far window.
I think they still have one in the building, but he's on the bottom floor in it.
Yep. He's starting to make his way up though. Kills off that drone and that will give his position away. Crip is actually right next to this kill hole. They can't quite see it. The thing starts to pre-fire. It's not quite there, but Pengu takes down Handsome before being taken out by Legends, so they have started to get inside the construction.
Sai looked like he was creeping round, by the way.
That was a bit of team damage. The
Yeah,
Fuse
it
was
was.
just shot in the back by Legends.
It looks like the smoke creeping round.
He was. Takes down Jack
Yeah,
from
there
behind.
it is. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
So now these two on the outside.
Ouch. He was the
Try and
person who
find
were
one
in.
more opening, but 25 seconds, and there's still 3 people to go. Ovi on the inside will go across, spray through down, but it's not going to work out.
Wow.
Attackers eliminated.
Crip.
And he got hit by the trap, just to add insult to injury.
Frost trap inside as well for the second man through. There we go. First man in was already dead before he hit the floor, so the frost trap didn't even trigger.
No, that's why I laughed.
And the second man is taken out by the frost trap. And there it is once again. 3 players is all it's taking to defend those final pushes. You've got to get so many kills from outside to attack this map. And right now, Epsilon just couldn't find any.
And if you can't pick anyone from the outside, at least try and push in like with them from the garage. Because it got into the garage, why not push with him? At least another teammate, so you can do the 1-for-1 if he does die. Like when the smoke pushed around, he could have got the smoke, and that would be, you know, not as bad.
Yep, no.
But they completely lost the push because the smoke killed him. So then they were just both outside. And then what do they do now?
Yep, 100%. So now Epsilon down into the basement with their next defense.
A more classic place as
Yes,
well.
far more classic, but as we saw last time, not always so easy. See what they try and do with their garage battery juggling, if they try and do any of it. We saw the TCM squad just kind of give it up completely here. Does look like they're going to try and go for the standard shield against the hole and
5 seconds left
bandit
before
battery
insertion.
juggling.
We are starting to see that teams are just not bothering with the bandit trick and just letting it blow, knowing that it's going to blow, and then setting up defensive positions ready for that.
Yep. RCK opens up a wall and looks out towards the river. Nobody there though. There is one to the left though. If you're not careful, taking out Rendier up the wall to his right.
Attackers
He's
recover
got to
the
be
bomb
careful.
diffuser.
Pengu, wow, very early kill, takes down Legends. Where was that?
Yeah, where was it?
Oh, straight through the hole. He was trying to cover the bandit.
And that might be
It
why
was.
people might be why people don't bother with the bandit trick, because you
That's
might.
one reason.
Yep.
But
They
this is why the
expect it.
shield's here. He goes for the shot back. Here's the pre-fire. Actually downs Pengu, but he's not going to realize this. He did destroy 1 thermite charge with his burst battery as well, so they're doing okay holding this, but with a man down, it's going to get tougher. And Pengu will be finished off there by Safiz.
Nice.
Shot through the floor as he's trying to prone away. So they're still holding the batteries in a good spot. They've got their numbers advantage back, and Ovi is now scared to go in. And there's also Thatcher, so it's really, really tough to destroy these batteries now. RCK still creeping about upstairs, looking for someone that is not expecting him to step out of line. But is it going to happen? Well, with this Twitch drone running around, it may not, because they're going to find him pretty damn soon. Rendier's on the top floor. Sai is still droning downstairs, and Thermite now looking to come in behind with Crip
A bomb has been located.
down in towards the basement. He's going to burn. RCK does grab Sai off actually, but now he's got to reposition here as Rendier is going to try and hunt him down. But Safiz takes down Crip as well, and this is looking really good for the Epsilon defense. Rendier is still not sure exactly where RCK is, as Ovi is stuck outside on his drone.
It'll be interesting to see where the Thermite does go. He's still got 1 charge, so what's he going to do with that? Does he not know anymore?
He wants to use it in towards the garage, but Ash needs to put some pressure on elsewhere for him. And right now, in a 4v2, Epsilon know they can just sit downstairs and be far more patient, and they will ultimately win this. Yeah, Ovi downstairs is using a charge on one wall. Down the stairs comes Ash, and RCK is there waiting for him. Ash goes down, and Ovi now has to find 4 players alone. He does have the diffuser, if that's a small silver lining for you, but it's going to be a lot of work for him. The wall is blown open, and Jack is sitting right there looking at it.
He's wasting a bit of time here.
Seconds on the clock.
I mean, it is good to get intel, but the time's ticking, man.
So, in through the kitchen. Down the stairs is the
There's
option,
the
straight
smoke.
onto a smoke. RCK is waiting for him. I think he kind of knew that was going to happen. We do get round 2 going to Epsilon. So their first round of this entire series comes on their first house defense.
Yep, and as we said, like, they did pick Bank, but we've seen teams win on the enemy's map anyway, so...
I think it just comes down to like the house is straight up easier to defend as well, no matter whether you pick it or not, because of how small his easy rotate it is. And there, RCK, he was running around that top floor for quite a long time, just walking about, crouching about. Yes, there were drones running around too, but he's still able to pick up 1 kill and then immediately escape down the stairs and get to safety without being traded out. There wasn't any possibility.
So it's a lot easier to get back to your team after you've picked someone than, let's say, Bank, where you have to run like a whole corridor or whole, okay.
Defenders, protect your
so, defense then again for Penta. They are choosing to go downstairs into the gym and upstairs into the living room. That's what we saw last game as well.
Attackers have located a bomb.
It's ultimately a pretty easy bomb site to defend in the grand scheme of things now that people have realized how vertical this game can be through shots through the floor.
Wow.
And trapdoors for rotates, and ultimately
attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
This wall being blown up right there.
I mean, we've
doing it. So with the shotgun.
We've always talked about the, you know, defending a bomb site, what's on 2 different floors. Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? I mean, we're starting to see it maybe is a good idea.
Yeah, especially on maps like this and Hereford's got on with it. Because of how destructible the floors can be, it's actually nowhere near as bad as I think people originally expected.
And also, roamers, where are they? You're on 2 floors, so it's very, very confusing. And like, even defense.
The beauty of that on house is pretty easy to figure out. They're going to be close.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's
There's
not
somewhere
so
in this
hard.
house, I think. Somewhere here.
It's not so hard to keep track of roamers in house, providing you find them initially. It's very easy to track them around. But Hansen is back on his Glaz. They are blowing their way into the garage. Jack has his shield out this time, but he needs to stay a little bit closer to his squad as their second option.
Opting for the blitz as well, it seems.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Because after last time, split up a little bit too far from Hansen when it's just the 2 of them on defense, and ultimately exposed them to a 1v1 situation when he died.
Still Hansen loving that. Oh wait, is it Hansen on Glaz?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's RC. Oh yeah, it is. No mind. I thought it was RCK then.
RCK is Ash, and she's running around the back of the building trying to flank while everyone else comes in through the garage. They have opened a nice big hole here in towards the A site. See what they can go with it. Pengu hiding behind the bomb, spraying into the garage. Ovi coming down the stairs. Does get a little bit of interest shown his way from Hansen.
Wow.
Takes a tag, but no real frag there. He's, of course, 3 armor too, so he can shrug off these shots a little bit better than most. But Pengu, from behind the bomb, manages to take down Safiz, and that's the diffuser down.
That was crazy risky position he put himself in.
Yeah.
A lot of confidence there.
RCK then flanking around upstairs. He's going to try and find Crip, but can't land the shots. Crip's reloading, though, will get him there. Jack downstairs and started pushing from the side door. The wall's reinforced, and Rendia upstairs in the kitchen will shoot down. Jack, nice shot onto Ovi, though. Puts him down, and that is only Pengu inside the bomb site and holding it. There we go, finds him with the shield. Can go in with the flashbang.
There it is.
Looks for the knife.
He's just knifing around. Where is it? There he is.
Make sure he can proper confusion onto Pengu. Jack grabs the kill. The Diffuser now picked up by Hansen. He should be able to get in and plant it here, because upstairs is held by Ash, but there's still 2 players left up. One of them is downed, and it's Rendir. He's hiding from his trapdoor.
Does he have any canisters? He does. He has 2.
He has 2. He's putting them 1 out either side while he tries to get Rendir up for safety. They are still right above this trapdoor, and they're waiting a long time for this plant. There we go. Hansen puts it down now. RCK's on the top floor, and it's him that Sai and Rendir are looking for most. Sai take down Jack with 1 C4. There goes the shield as he's trying to push up behind him. Now they grab RCK as they're flanked around the side, but Hansen take down Sai as he drops into the objective. Rendier versus Hansen. They know exactly where he is. The shot's not going to land. Rendier pushing forward to the right-hand side.
Oh, the flick.
Very flick shot.
The flick shot.
And that attack round goes to Epsilon.
Very nice.
Is that one. And whap.
I can hardly see it.
Very, very fast shot, but gets the job done. Nearly fell apart again because Jack went out solo again. Why he went upstairs when RCK was already there, I don't know. Like, you had the diffuser down, you have Hansen there covering it, sit with him, sit in a corner, you're a shield, just hide in the corner next to it, make them come to you, flash them, blind them, then Hansen can shoot them, whatever. Like, you don't need to go upstairs. He went upstairs, he died.
Yeah, I
RCK
agree.
was already covering that floor, and if they were not paying attention, he'd have got him.
Yeah.
You were making so much noise, they know you were coming.
Yeah.
Yes, they won the round, but it came far closer than it needed to be.
Defenders, protect your
It'd be
bombs
interesting
from
to see
being
what you were
defused by
thinking.
attackers.
Because, yeah, I agree. Like, stay close to the bomb. You a shield, you're very loud. They're going to know you're coming. You can't exactly stealth up the stairs, can you?
Like, you did your job perfectly on the attack, right?
He did.
Coming from one side, you were in very tight
pushed
choke
with
point
them. He
doorways.
pushed with them very nicely.
He held that side so that all of the Penta aggression had to be pushed towards the garage where
Yep.
his team was coming. They had very straight fire pups, they couldn't flank,
Yep.
they were stuck. He gets in, he heals Pengu, even though he's hiding behind the bomb. Perfect, everything to there. After plant, needed work. But they are on defense upstairs now then, and well, Jack has taken the castle to try and hold out some of the push through these kids' bedroom windows.
5 seconds to go.
Will do a little bit of help, but ultimately they are very easily destroyed by
Attackers have recovered their
Yeah, you can destroy them with anything. I think it's just people can't really see from far away through unless they're broken. Pretty much that's
It does force them to use a little bit of resources to make it
Yeah,
happen,
yeah,
so
that's true. Slows them down a bit as well.
helps them a little bit. C4 though went off to make a nice big hole in the wall and made a nice big hole in Legends. So that's not wonderful.
Oh,
Epsilon
whoa, whoops.
already down in the health game. Jack starts to be the Roma man now, down in towards the basement. This is where we had a push from Twitch before, and she did a lot of work. But this time she's choosing to go a slightly different route. Yeah, then
Bomb
through the
located by
kitchen
attackers.
and the meeting, the office, sorry.
I think where the castle is, I'd rather a pulse, personally. Just so you can see from using the heartbeat. I think you can see him pushing in.
True, but Pulses have been playing this spot all day now. Just sitting by the windows with a heartbeat sensor and a shotgun.
Yeah.
Taking them out very, very quickly. Not always successful, so maybe, yeah, swapping them might not be the worst idea, but he's at least following the trend.
Well, look,
Rendier
can you see how
comes
there's-
in
Can you see how
downstairs.
there's two people here? You could literally see 4 up as a pulse now.
This floor is marble, I don't think.
Oh, well, not this, not this
Yeah.
one. The one just
But
do
he
it
could.
again,
Or they could do this. There you go. Fires on either side of the shower to try and make anyone that's there move, but he's hiding in the shower itself, so it's completely safe for now. But he knows they're underneath thanks to his heartbeat sensor. It's nice to run around. The kitchen's still there. Pengu on the windows. Ovi as well.
A bomb has been
Crypt now
located.
pushing his way upstairs. Got a grenade. It's going to land right next to RCK, but he turns to sprint away and does get out in time. Just a little bit of damage done. Hansen on mute, holding the other side of the stairwell. And this is where RCK hiding around one corner. Goes for a peek, but immediately turns tail and runs. And he knows that was cheeky. He knows he could have just stayed hidden around this corner. Crypt
Trying to get a
come
bit
out
of
to his
intel
drone
there,
now.
yeah.
Drone's inside B, and he's got players surrounding it. Sai coming outside. Rendier still spraying through the floors. He now knows roughly where Pulse is. Pengu upset. Crypt taken out by RCK. There we go. That's the stairs cleared out. Penta down a man. Pengu firing across the kid's bedroom in towards the walk-in wardrobe. Gives the all clear though for Ovi to get inside and plant. So the plant's going to start going down. The pressure's going to come out from construction soon. Hansen moving to walk-in wardrobe. RCK still trying to pin one outside construction with all these smokes. Sophie's now has to reposition at the bathroom and he's going downstairs to try and take out Rendier.
Wow.
Doesn't have the range though and gets taken out himself. Pengu grabs one, Ovi grabs one, and Sai grabs the other. Soon as Epsilon are forced out of their positions, they're taken clean out.
Yeah, the smoke was. I think he was thinking they were pushing from a different way. He was really distracted there. I think he used all the smoke on that one place.
Yes, he did. He used all the smokes on that window.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, crap.
It would have been nice if he at least saved one and then, you know, wasn't as distracted and pushed to the other room.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Penta push them all back, pin them into corners. It's all right, we got the plant down, you've got to come to us now. And immediately everyone at Epsilon stands up straight into a set of crosshairs and is wiped out.
That room is very hard to attack once, well, as the defender, once the diffuser's down.
Yeah.
way too many places you can shoot from. So many windows.
But now Penta are about to attempt it themselves as they are choosing the kids' bedroom and the workshop as their next defense location. It is still 2 rounds to 2 though. And Epsilon choosing to bring a shield to this party.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
See how
attackers.
they choose to set it out that. Rendy are actually reinforcing this floor. We've seen that left open, we've seen killholes put in it by a couple of teams, but choosing to do that a little bit differently.
Maybe he's going to put it in the other wall.
So, makes a couple of holes into the workshop as well. Of course, trophy systems hidden behind the various bombs. Ovi covering the master bedroom. They don't have a pulsar stick in the bathroom themselves, but they do have frost traps to put in there
10
instead.
seconds left.
I think that
5
frost trap
seconds to
covers
go.
quite a lot, doesn't it? If you jump through like
yeah.
2 of them windows, it grabs you, or is it all 3?
Attackers have
just
recovered their diffuser. Attackers must locate
Side
and
down in
defuse
the
the
basement,
bomb.
just creating a couple of reinforced walls just to slow down their movement if they come in and down here. And I imagine maybe he's going to hide down there, and so that reinforced. He's got a trapdoor above though, so that will allow someone for a quick rotate down if they're getting taken out on the floor above. And he's got Rendier here with him. The other 3 players are sitting on this top floor.
Last time Epsilon did attack here, I think they did push from the bottom, so it makes sense that they are trying to do something down there.
They've got the shield too, so they don't really work too well on window play with the shield. He needs to be standing,
Yeah, that
so,
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down in through the
There
basement
it is
they go.
already. But as we said, Sai was expecting that. Well, the whole team were.
Yep, Sai's ready. Everyone's still downstairs at the moment. They're pushing forward though. Sai on the stairs.
This could be a good delay.
It could be. He's going to see the shield coming first though. He's got the smoke charges.
There's the draw and get the intel.
Waits the door to get opened up. We'll throw a smoke charge on the door.
Nice.
Smokes in, runs away. So holds him in the basement for a little while. Rendy is upstairs now to help him. He can still drop down through that trapdoor and catch him by surprise if he wants to, but Jack's waiting for it.
Yeah, too risky. You might as well stay in that position. It's a really nice position. Look, he's pushed them back.
Rest of Epsilon now going upside the building to the windows.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has
Rendier
been dropped.
takes down Legends outside one of those windows.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Still holding that basement level, pre-firing the kitchen. Jesus.
Wow.
Completely blind. Staring into that gap. Another smoke towards the stairs, and Hansen is pushed back yet again with Jack in tow.
Sai's doing such a good job right
And
now.
he's checking the bottom of the stairs using this trapdoor
Yeah.
as well.
Very nice.
Last
Oh,
smoke
hello.
is down. Hansen gets past him, but immediately has to hide. He can't fire back. Down the hole he goes, knowing the shield is up the top. He's going to get behind Jack here. Doesn't get the shot, and Jack's going to be allowed to reload, but they've taken out Hansen here. Rendier did it, and immediately backs him up to support him. Throws
Wow.
the C4 down in case Jack is chasing. Does scare him backwards, drops down with the shotgun in hand now, and very quickly
Yeah.
puts a stop to Jack.
Sai.
So mobile in this map. Sai
Play-
playing it very, very well.
Playing mile a minute, that guy then. They were
That
like,
was
go in
beautiful.
here, go there, go there. It's like all
Yep.
planned.
That was very, very beautiful to watch. Great communication from him too. The
Yeah.
fact that he knows, all right, I dropped down here and I know there's one on the stairs. Sees him, misses the shot, but goes, don't worry about it. I will turn around, run away from him. I can come back to deal with him later. I'll help my teammate first. I'll help Rendier with this shield. Nice shot, straight out of construction there. As RCK was making a lot of noise out the window. Yeah, helps his team with the shield. Now we're 2v1 in this floor because I helped him out rather than letting him die. Now I can go back down and try and deal this guy, and he did it on his own.
And now there's just Safiz as well left,
Yep.
all by himself.
Even if he'd have died, Rendier would have to back him up.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
And there it is.
Attackers
Yeah,
No
that was
surprise that he dropped. As soon as they knew where he was, they were all alive and waiting for him.
Sai was really, really strong on that map. Not only did he, do that really nice play, and be such a good supportive kind of person, he pushed them back for ages with that smoke. Really nice
So,
position.
We see 2 different attempts to take that kids' bedroom workshop area. One through the windows on the outside and through hanging off the roofs, and that worked. One through the basement and coming up below with a shield in tow. That didn't work so well.
It's also interesting that last time Epsilon did attack this,
Defenders
they only went with
protect
one
your
person
bombs
down
from being
below,
defused
and I was
by
saying they
attackers.
should maybe bring more. That time they did, but Sai were ready.
Yeah, but they brought everyone.
Yeah, they did. One or everyone, nothing less.
Yeah. They did start sending a couple of people up onto the sides of the buildings once smoke was there, but
Yeah.
they were killed off very, very quickly by Rendier,
Oh.
shooting them out of the windows.
That's the thing I keep talking about as well, the players, like just making that right kind of guess what's going to happen. It can cause the win, just that one thing.
So, Penta only the 1 round up though. It is still 3 rounds to 2. Definitely closer than the last map was. And Epsilon now back into the basement. A couple of trapdoors upstairs, of course, still being
5
reinforced,
seconds
but
remaining.
not reinforced the entire floor.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it. Attackers dropped the diffuser. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Downstairs. Hansen doesn't seem too worried about using his batteries on the door this time. We'll wait and see. We do see smoke in the top floor. He's being droned out and being hunted now by Penta and has to get himself to somewhere safe soon. That window has just been shot open from a distance and you've been droned again. He's still dancing around as best he can.
Always scary as the roamer when you see them drone spotting you. It's like, damn, now they know, but I'm not 100%
especially on the map this small.
Yeah, and I'm not 100% sure where they are, so it's just so intimidating.
Droned again as he's still hiding in the workshop, has to reposition. Sai is in the bathroom with Twitch.
Has been dropped.
He's waiting for him to try and get down that staircase.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Sai's making some really good decisions in here as well.
Going for edgy little jiggle peeks around the room. No more drones being used on him just yet, but they know he's still in here. Here we go. Sai's on his drone, spots him inside here. And Rendier will see him too. Shots from the window outside, Sledge.
This is what I mean.
Blows it open.
Like,
RCK knows he's been surrounded. Rendier now coming in from the hallway, kills another couple of drones. Crypt's outside, he managed to hide from him. Then he gets a couple of shots. Jumps outside, gets the kill onto Crypt. Dodges Rendier in the process. Can he get back inside in time? Does come in. But Rendier was already at the top of the stairs and Sai was there waiting for him.
I feel he kind of needed to do that.
Yeah.
They were all around him.
Had to do that, and the trading 1-for-1 is the best scenario I think he could have got.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, definitely the best of a bad situation.
I love that stuff though. I love that kind of situation. You feel the pressure, man. I've been there.
So, Penta now realizing the rest of the building is clear, so they are starting to drone around it and move downstairs. They've already got this garage door open as well now, so Pengu starting to fire in through the hole that was made, and actually they're going to rotate away. Use it just as a point of pressure that Epsilon cannot ignore. But also don't have to worry about too much. Different angles in through these holes. Everyone around by this white car. Everyone definitely taking the opinion that it's easy to defend this when it's open, providing you can keep the white car area closed. So Hansen focusing on holding this off. But as a result, Penta are coming in from behind. Holes made in the floor from the main lobby. Rendier as well pushing from the kitchen. Pengu still in this hole. And Ovi trying to fire through the gap as well. So Penta just looking to try and peek other people open, but everyone's keeping their heads in. Much better this time from Epsilon. But there's 30 seconds on the round now, and Penta have to get inside with the diffuser if they want to continue this round. Ovi's holding it. Hansen's on the corner. He's thinking about it, wants to peek, goes for a little spray for information, survives, but they're still inside. Legends walks straight across the gap, doesn't get too many kills. Now comes Hansen, and Pengu will put him down. Legends is very, very low. The diffuser will go down, stands up, and Ovi will put him straight back down again. And as soon as Jack comes in to try and back it up, he's dropped by a Sai.
I'm not going to lie, I did not think they were going to get that.
Thermite get in. As soon as you start the plant, he's then proned, and, or not prone, but he's crouched and head down in the corner. Eyes behind those bombs, and even though Legend got behind the bomb site itself, one, he had to reload. Two, he was really low and couldn't stand up and shoot him. And as soon as he was ready to, the plant had gone down, and Ovi knew where he was and fired straight back at him.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I didn't picture that.
No. Penta then 4 rounds to 2. 1 round away from taking the 3 points here in this series.
Epsilon should have had that though, right? I'm not going crazy.
Epsilon were in a good spot for it, but yes, they didn't hold the garage door as well as they could have because they sent smoke upstairs. Like, if the plan was, all right, I mean, we'll battery trick the left-hand door and we'll let them open the main 3. We should keep smoke downstairs, and then he can smoke the door.
Couldn't they have just sent someone maybe go around them just to even cause that fear?
No, because the top 2 floors, as soon as smoke was dead upstairs, jump for the window, the top 2 floors were in complete Penta control. Rendier and Sai were both up there and just firing through holes in the floor, and it didn't matter. You couldn't get upstairs. I'd like to see, say, a Jaeger or a Jaeger upstairs or a Pulse upstairs running around doing what Smoke was doing, and Sai staying in the basement with his smokes for that doorway.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's especially powerful in daytime.
Well, we've seen it. We saw Sai completely stop them.
Exactly.
We've
seen it before.
We've seen it all day, really.
He was forced to die very, very quickly and paid the price for it. But Rendier looking for an early peek outside to try and get them this round nice and fast, and takes a lot of damage for it, but does manage to survive. Now Hansen's putting pressure on that direction again with his glass. Still, the more I see him use it, the more I dislike him. It's never really made a huge impact with him.
No, No, I haven't seen too much. I mean, we saw that one play. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but that wasn't really Glad specific.
No, it
either.
wasn't. It could have done with any gun.
Yeah.
He just really likes it.
Yep. Here we see Jack then pushing in with the shield into the garage once more. We'll start with the camera. He has got a drone there to be his eyes.
Located by attackers.
Drone spots one player and does take a little bit of a tag onto him through the wall, but nothing too much to be scared of.
Also, again, seeing
Shots come down and land straight on his shield, but now knows there's one on the stairs, exactly where they got held before. Legends will drone forward for him, and he knows Rendy is in the room next door. Goes for a pre-fire again, just hits Pulse in the feet. Need to aim a little bit higher. Pulse still on the stairs. He's going to have his C4 in hand still. Goes for the break. With more damage done. Pengu takes down Hansen. There's the glass gone. Jack, nice shot on Ovi. There gets that. They know Rendier is in the room next door, but they've also got Rook there. There's Rendier. Flashes him. Goes for the shots. Panics a little away, but does ultimately get the kill.
as I was going to say, as again we're seeing Jack, he's doing the same thing. This really nice push. He's really good at this push.
Yeah, it's what he does afterwards. The real problem though. He's got to be careful of above, and does lower the shield to be taken out by Pengu. He was alone though. Like he did a lot of work to get in. Nice. Legends taking down Crips. Sai takes an RCK though, so we're still in a 2v2. But yeah, like they didn't push with him that time.
Yeah, I agree. He should have at least had one other person with him.
Cephis goes for the plant. Legends is nowhere to support him here, so they can put pressure onto the planter without any kind of payback. Sai's coming down the stairs, Pengu's coming down the stairs. Don't see where he is. Sai will get the kill. Does down Cephis in the process, and that forces Cephis, or ends up in Cephis dying to Legends. But now Sai's coming up the stairs.
And
he knows exactly where Legends is. Legends had no idea where Cephis was. Sai will finish off the kill. That's GG, well played. GG, Sai goes downstairs for the defuse. And it will be easy peasy.
Yeah, GG.
Such is just another level of teamwork from Penta.
Defender mission
Yeah.